Hey, how you doing, Aquarius? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Printres, Waters, Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel, and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also check your sun, moon, rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. Also, just want to say thank you to all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So, what's going on with the Okay, I see someone is ready to shut down and is confident about this. Doesn't want to speak. This person is not wanting to let you know what it is that they are thinking. Okay. I think it has something to do with finances, though. It's more so to do with some type of financial well-being, or someone here that feels like they can't speak about this. They just have to speak less to it or involve their mind about it. Okay, Aquarius man, I do see you're not really speaking much. You do want to know things are working well. You just know that you don't really want to speak about it. Okay. It does say boring. I do want to hear more about what is going on. Can I talk about what's going on? Okay, there is a water sign male here that doesn't really want to know that they are speaking to themselves. It does say someone here doesn't really want to know they're speaking to themselves, but I will want to know that I'm speaking to someone. Okay, so this male here wants to speak to someone. Okay, seems to be holding on to some type of feelings here, and maybe they feel like there's some money they need to hold on to. Say I warn myself not to speak, but I hold back and hold on to my savings. I want to save more, so maybe this person wants to save more money. Okay, would rather help you if they could, but doesn't need to know that they always need to support the idea. Poor you, it says, I don't know if it's going to affect me, so they don't know if it's going to affect me or them, so to speak. It says, I have heard that you needed support, but I don't know if it's going to affect me. Okay, so maybe Aquarius man here, you feel like, you know, someone needs some type of help or support here. Okay, maybe even with money. I'm hearing something about legalities are pending as well for a personal trait of yours. Maybe they need support with mind games, just to play a mind role in something, like pretending that it's something when it's not. Okay, it says I could help, but I don't think I have enough to give you. Okay, so maybe someone doesn't have enough to give someone that maybe wanted to borrow some money. Okay, it says bad news for whoever wants to hear that good karma is coming. It says, what if I needed to support you and I know that I can't support you now? You're going to tell me I can't do something. Okay, so maybe you feel like, you know, you can't do something now, you know, in regards to the support that this person needs. It says, poor you didn't really need to support them, but you could have. It would have helped you to support your mind with things that you have got going on, because she would have poured you more into your time, or even in your bank account. She was about to give you blessings. Oh, so someone was going to give someone some blessings here. Okay, maybe they want to borrow, but maybe like give some extra, like give someone some extra money. Okay, all right, could have something to do with paying bills or some type of finances. It does say you work on things in your mind and see that you are poor. Not really, but you do hold on to your savings and your stash very, very, you know, it says very whining, because you're whining and maybe dining, or maybe you whine a lot, or, you know, you may give a lot in your mind, but you moan about it, you know, something to do with that nature. Or maybe it's someone around you. It could be an earth sign here. that wants to help or support take in some information to support you. It doesn't even have to be an earth sign. It just looks like someone wants, maybe there's a letter or some information here about helping someone. Okay, and someone's holding on to this information to take it as well. Right, but maybe this person knows they have to save. Okay. Maybe they need to save some money to help them with whatever it is they need. Okay. It says, later on I realized I didn't need to support you. As a mean man, I know I can be mean sometimes, but I have to support my family. Okay, so some of you guys may need to support your family. All right, so maybe you can't afford to pay out something right now, maybe because you've got to help support your family in some type of way. Or maybe you'll feel like she will do it, your ex will do it to help support the children. For some of you guys that may have maybe an ex-spouse that has, to support the kids. Maybe you need to support them too, but you feel like you've got to give this week, like it's your turn to spread the information thinly on her mind, like let her know that you've got to pay up too. It's your turn, kind of thing. Like someone's got to pay up this week because it's their turn to support. Okay. Does say, warning, you have to see what's going on behind your back though. Would you ever notice that I could call you out and make you feel like harm is coming your way? If I do this for you, would you help me with something? I need to support my mind with her being a negative person. Okay, this earth sign wants to support someone being negative. It does say he feels like he is drunk or even left out, or maybe even learning that he shouldn't support you with this problem because he's got a problem. It does say he has a problem and he needs support with her, but she won't support him, so he will feel like he needs support with someone that's going to help him in his state of turmoil when he has stressed about things too much, or even supported his mind with poor thinking. It does say he will wonder who will help him when you can't help him. It does say laugh because he doesn't know how to support his mind anymore. He doesn't know how to support that, but he will think who will help him if she does not want to. Okay. Maybe he feels like someone is leaving him out. Okay. There's some options to be left out, but it does say, warning, he can think about his smoking his drink, so he can think about his mind, or maybe he just thinks about poor ways of, managing his finances or his drink or his attributes. It does say when he does think about good karma, he worries, but he doesn't know how to support his mind ongoing. Okay, so maybe he's not as stable as he would like to be and relies on someone for codependent support when he's not in a good place. But it could have a lot to do with, maybe drinking or smoking or something like that. It does say it doesn't mean that he has bad news. It's just that, warning, he may not see you or see you. He's just wondering if you'll be able to cope with him and his mental health, because he has problems mentally, stressing out people. Teenagers in particularly have stress. It says a teenager could have stress around you and he may not like it, but he has to deal with the consequences of his mind or reoccurring actions with you telling him that he can't be around you because he realizes he can't and he doesn't want to. He doesn't really want to be around you, and he knows now that he can't even ask you to stay in the mind of yours because he wants to be there thinking, well, should I go back to her and see if I can stay with her? But I can't understand why. Okay, it could be a fire sign. If it's not you, it could be a fire sign. All right, it does say that she feels that she can't stay in her mind anymore about it. It does say, warning, she's not going to have to if he moves on. Okay. It does say wonderful things are happening in the new year, and it does say beneficial things are happening for him. He doesn't realize it, but he's warning himself not to speak or even smoke or even drink, and he's figuring out how to support your ideas. He may even not give you enough time to realize that he's moving on or even moving out of his way to go and see a potential home. He does, mind you, feel like he needs to go and warn himself that he may need a home that he's going to look into. Okay, so I don't know if this is a spouse or maybe someone around you that is looking to buy a property or rent a room or rent a home, or, you know, it does say he knows that he can't stay in his mind all this time and wonders how he can cope with his worries. Okay, so it does say really nice place. He has got a good home, and I love the fact that he's always home. Just gestures of mind telling him that he should not be in my mind all the time. So you may feel like he shouldn't be in your mind all the time. Okay, whoever this person is, you've supported him not to be in your mind all the time. It does say he will realize that he has no good home if he thinks he doesn't have a good home. He doesn't always have a good home, but he laughs at her and he makes fun of her, and I make fun of her too. So I wouldn't want to know that she's staying in my mind about it. Maybe she should find another home to place his mind. Okay, so I don't know if this is to do with, you know, someone that bounces from home to home, you know, or if this is someone that has two lovers. You know, it does say that this person doesn't need to spark conversations all the time to see what's going on. Okay, it does say he warns himself, don't speak, but he knows he can't speak about what mental problems he has. He just gives everyone bad rep and talks about everyone, including you, Aquarius. He laughs at you mostly more than anyone, and he doesn't like it, but he always makes fun of you more than anyone. Oh dear. It does say warring with the person is not going to help, because it does say people are going through this. Even if you speak about it to your mind, it does say bad news, because it does say you have to deal with whatever comes in life. It does say warning, you don't have to speak about it all the time, but what if he's not going to be around me to deal with the problem, but she is? So I don't know if you're, you know, saying, boy, there's another woman that can put up with his problem. Okay, it does say, look at you though, you have feelings of your own to deal with and you like it. When I dare speak about what problems I have, I would build a wretch in my mind to build a problem with you. Okay, it could be a water sign man here that's, you know, working with this earth sign man. Okay, that is working on whining and dining anytime they want to with this person, because they are provided good karma in their mind with feelings of yours to provide. Okay, it does say beneficial things are there for us. Could you help me with this? Because I would love to know if I'm going to support this problem with you. I have not seen or heard her speak about any more time in her mind. Maybe I should make her feel like there's problems so that I can get more stability or money for us to share. So this earth sign man is talking about he needs to get more money for him and this water sign man to share. And he wants to take it from you. Okay. So he can whine and dine about something. Okay. It does say beneficial things are working out in your favor though, because you really pride yourself over problems. You do see that good karma is coming to you. You've planned well and looked into things well and sorted them out. It does say you rather see bad luck come to the person that keeps probably hating on me to get good karma. If I don't want it, I don't want it. So some of you females may not want good karma in some ways of another person's perspective. Okay, you rather give this person time to think about that through the means that you've surprised yourself with by purchasing things or paying for things, often for a man to cope in his mind to help himself have good luck and good fortune with his friends and his family, just so you could steal his ideas to hurt another person. Ugh. It does say when she does really give me information to support my mind, I see that I'm not really giving myself good karma, because I don't really like to hear that I'm doing that, but I know that I like it because that's the way I am. So, yeah. It does say anyway, you do have more than that to deal with. If you want to do what you want to do, you have to see what's going on now. It does say you warn yourself that you may not see enough in the near future to finally give yourself good karma. It says no need to speak, but you're blessed in your own way, but never ever again will you be blessed in a way that she can always give you information that's going to help you with another person looking in at her. You'll always feel like she's got good news, but not really in a way that you can hear everything that happens. It says you will hear whatever you want to hear when you want to hear it, because you feel like a person has problems in their mind to help you solve the problems in their mind. And it doesn't say it's good karma, but it does say bad luck for you. Because warning, it does say reason to believe that you are not going to be laughed at is because you want to know that you're not going to be timed out, or even in a mad home, or even arrested, or maybe even given caution because of something that you may have done. Okay. It says, look for her. She's not really interested in you though, is she? She's never going to be. But I'll tell you something. I could let you know that she's not going to be cautioned or even arrested, because you may want that and you may see it for yourself, okay? So someone is saying, look, you know, it's not going to happen to her, but you may want to see it to her because you don't want to see it for yourself, okay, with whatever entwinement that has been caused. It says bad luck for whoever is speaking to me. I want to hear that bad news comes to her. Okay, so you may not even want to know that it's not going to happen to her, but you want to hear it's happening to her. It says you will win in your mind, but never in your reality. Stay away from her. She is cautioning you to move on. She never wanted you to be around, but you keep bruising her ego or trying to harm her. It says later on you'll realize that she's not in a negative mind game of yours. She just wants peace and harmony. But when are you going to realize she never wanted you to see that she had bad mood? She always wanted to see a good mood, and a good mood in you, but you always want to see negativity in her. Okay, so someone could be trying to caution you of that. All right, whether that's physically or indirectly or in someone's mind. It does say warning, you don't even have to see everything to know what's going on, but you do know someone does not want to see you in a bad way. So why do you want to see the same person in a bad way that doesn't want to see you in a bad way? It does say, like it or not, you have to stay in your mind and deal with that when you're lonely, or maybe even by yourself. All this time I thought I could help you, but I can't. And I realize you're taking way too long to support me, so maybe I should support you and tell you you can't have this. Maybe I should see that, but I feel like if I take my time and see it, you're going to tell me off, that I haven't tried to wait, or maybe even wait longer. I said, I know I could wait longer, but I don't want to see that she's always taking long to support me in my mind. I want to see if she's very good at what she does. Okay. It does say you have to leave out the stress, because once you see that you have better news, you will take your time and see it's not you, it's her. She has other things going on. Okay, so there's someone here that is working on reuniting but regrets this because it's taking long to do so. It does say she knows that she's taking too long because I have told her she can't do this. It does say strength is there in her mind to say she does not want to do this, but it doesn't say that it's that. She knows why she doesn't want to. She may not be feeling well, or she's tired. It does say whether or not you speak of negative things about a person to stop their love life or even their work or their money, it doesn't say it's going to be because of you or the root work or spell work that you're doing. It says you have bruised many people's ego, but once you realize that it's not you doing these things to hurt her, and that many people have mental health just like you do and hurt people just the way you want to hurt them, it's going to be warning. You do understand many people have problems, and maybe you're one of the problems in people's lives, just like she knows she has problems in people's lives at times when she's dealing with them. She does know that she does not want to always hurt or harm anyone, but you will realize you want to harm people 24/7. So someone around you that you may want you work with in some way knows they hurt people 24/7. Okay, all right. Says lucky you though, because she doesn't have good karma with me. I feel like I had bad karma with you though, because I said I would look into what problems does she have around you, and I realized there's someone here that doesn't like you, doesn't like me, doesn't like you. So I said, all right, let me spot them and see if I can support them, because I realized it's not me or you that needs support, it's her, and she does not have support with you or me. And now I see that she's not ignoring me, she is leaving me to trust in my mind that she's not going to be supportive of me. She knows that she doesn't want to deal with me because she loves herself too much, doesn't care about me or you, but loves herself so much to the point where I would not even want to hear from her again. But I realize you don't have to hear from her too. She's just in love with herself so much to the point where she disappoints you or even me. But then I say, well, I see I'm not going to deal with her anymore too. It does say I warn myself not to speak about it, but I see I'm not going to deal with her, because if she needs my support, I'm not going to help her. But I realize I have to help her to help me. It isn't me that needs support, but I realize she does help me a lot. And when she does, I'm going to support her, because why am I being mean today, or even mindfully so, because I told her I'm not helping her, but I realize I've got to support her to help me. Once upon a time, I realized I'm not helping her, but I know she helps me too much to even ignore the fact that I'm helping myself. And I will love to see how I'm going to support my mind one day to support her, but I can't help but love who I am today and not support her. Okay, so yeah, few people jumping on the bandwagon of not helping a particular person, but it does say this person helps, you know, you, if not you all, maybe you a lot, Aquarius. All right, it does say she supports you so much, and you wouldn't even realize how every time she helped you, you was negative to her so that she couldn't help herself. When are you going to realize that she's not helping you all the time, but she will help you when she can? And when she does, she trusts that she really wants to, and then you fly in your mind off the handle and hate on her and curse her harm and pain to bruise her ego and attack her and make her feel that struggles are there for her. Many times over, she will see that you hate the hell out of her, but she will trust that she has to move past it. One day when you move on, you'll see that she's not going to give up, but she's going to move on. Okay, all right. It does say warning though, she will see that she has better news. It doesn't say every time she has to support me I'm going to support her, so maybe I'll see that she has better news one day and support her, but I won't support her with my mind today, because I'm leaving out the fact that I need support with my mind, with whatever I need to support in my mind. Hurting her, I feel like I've got to hurt this female one day, and I realize I'm never going to be able to do that. Once upon a time I saw myself trying too hard to harm her, and I saw myself in her saying, well, you're gonna get hurt. When are you gonna realize? Okay, so someone here trying too hard to hurt another person, but then they realize that they're gonna harm themselves. It says bad luck though, if you take the opportunity and see that it's not going to be you. It says I could have harmed myself many times over, starved myself, or even left myself to dry out. I don't want to hear that I'm going to have these problems. I really see I've got problems, but I'm not going to have them. Never mind why. I still need her to support me, and I realize I should have helped her. Yeah, this person realized they still need her support. Okay, it could be a parent. Okay, some of you guys could be parents. Maybe, you know, there's someone around you being negative. All right, or if not, it may be, you know, some of you guys being negative towards someone. Okay, maybe a female. Yeah, all right. Some of you guys could be females, and know you provide for someone, but you don't complain. You just see the way the person is. But either way, I do see a lot of masculine energy here, so I feel like I'm talking a lot to Aquarius males right now. It does say bad news though. You will warn yourself blessings are on its way and good karma will come, but once you research what's going on, you'll see that negative energy is coming to you no more. I do not want to hear that bad news of them are going to harm you. So when I see that I could help myself do something to harm you more, then I realize that this person wants to, you know, not use a third party to harm a person, but wants to harm a person with what they're doing. Now, Aquarius, this could be you, or this could be a water sign man that's saying, I don't want to get in trouble, but I could force hell on you and keep you away from my personal traits. I have personal traits to help you move on from something if you want. Because I can tell you that you could never harm this person. She's going to harm you before you harm her. So when I realized that you could try and harm her, I saw this and I said to myself, this could never happen. This one, it's not going to work, but let him try. It's always going to be him that tries, and I'll see that he will blind himself trying to harm my girl, my female. Ooh. Okay. All right. Anyway, it does say bad news for whoever wants to harm this person. It does say keep away from her, because you will see that she's not going to harm you, but she can harm you. All right. And it does say you can harm her, but she can harm you just as hurtfully as you think you want to be harmed, because you're trying to harm her first. It says when she realizes that you're going to harm her, she will strike and kick you down. So caution, she may not see who you are today or 2 years from now, but she will harm you when you strike. Just don't strike with her, because she will fuck you up. All right. There's that warning from this water sign man here. Okay, he might not even talk to you directly, but he knows what's going on. Okay. Someone moves forward in 2 directions. It does say bad news for whoever thinks they can't, but it says only for good reason. It doesn't say this person likes to, but when they realize someone's not going to be a part of their mind to help them or even support their ways of thinking, but maybe even sees they have to support the other person's ways of thinking, they will strike if the person is going to try and strike them down with negativity. It's always going to be the case. You bruise me, I bruise you. God knows, you have to look in your mind. Where would you get that love life from if you don't hurt me and then think I'm not going to hurt you? Try me and see what happens. Okay. This person seems like, they're a warrior. They have to make sure they protect themselves. Okay, so someone's moving forward with a perspective here. So I say letters of legal actions are not going to be the same, though. It says people know that I could write up negative letters and make sure these letters get a very good look at. It says not really if you know how to study your ideas properly. You can't put anyone under your thumb and be negative and think you're going to live this karma in good karma. You will also be let down by the citizens of life that know that they're not allowed to use people as a weapon to beat them just for a good job. So it looks like, someone wanted to use a job to kind of harm someone else, but hey. It does say bad news though, because when supported, it doesn't say it's always going to be a problem, but you'll see better news come to you. Your love life is certainly going to be better off without them. Okay. It does say bad news for whoever is speaking about me, because I will continue to bruise my ego if I hear that you don't have great news to help support me. Okay, it does say one person doesn't know how to support this man and really knows that he's always cursing her. It does say 1 or 2 years later he realizes he's got to move on because he's got karma coming with his mental health, and he's helping to have mental health problems in his mind ongoing. If he doesn't get good karma, he does have bad news to support his mind and the person, but he doesn't know how to support you with what you've got going on to harm her. She will realize that she's not harmed, but she's always looking for ways she can move on from the harm that you've given her. It does say bad news when you realize that you don't want to harm her. You just don't. You just realize that you shouldn't be speaking about her constantly, ongoing, making her feel like bad news is coming because of you. Okay. Anyway, let's see what's going on with work, Aquarius. Work is suddenly going to drift away from your mind about bad news, and good karma will come to you once you set the wheels in motion to potentially give yourself good times in your mind. It says continuing to complete something is going to help you see that beneficial things are going to work out just fine. Okay. It does say you've been warning yourself not to speak, but when will you see a man that doesn't need to speak about what I have got going on? Does say she sees that you don't need to speak about it because you keep looking into something in your mind about her, or maybe in the past, and you keep probably giving yourself nervousness. It says you keep whining and dining in your mind about something that doesn't concern you, and maybe you need to look into your own mind about something that does. Speak less to her and speak more to your mind about why you continue to bruise your mind and hers just to help yourself feel better. Leave my mind alone, it says. My mind is not your mind. It does say you keep hurting my mum, and I'm going to keep hurting you. Okay. So someone feels like someone's hurting their mum. Does say she knows that she's not really looked at in this way, but she realizes someone is not going to hurt her anymore if she notifies herself to what's going on. It says this man here knows that you keep hurting your mind to hurt his mind about things, and he doesn't want to. He laughs at you, makes fun of you. Doesn't want to hear from you, but does want to see that you're not going to be well in your mind, so he's not going to trust you all the time. And he realizes he doesn't need to speak to her because she's always got things on him that can complete her in her mind about what it is that he's doing. But you know what he says. He says he doesn't like you very much, and that's just how it is. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. So stop bothering him about personal problems of his own, or even things that he has going on with her that don't concern you. He may not like you, but it does say two of you need to understand who you are, as together you realize what kind of team you're in. Not very good at this, are you? It does say the team you want is not with the person that's younger than you, but mature. Go and look for your own mind with a mature Aquarius. It says two Aquariuses can compete with each other and support each other, but poor you if you're going to use a child to compete with an adult and an adult problem. Wow. Okay, so let's see what else is going on with work. It does say love life is certainly something you have to ideally give yourself if you want blessings. The idea that you wanted to have with someone that no longer communicates in your mind will not help you to believe that justice is served. It does say warning, you do not need to speak about it, but you know justice was never going to be served with the mind games that he played. It says warning, he was never going to be yours, so stop struggling or mentally giving yourself bad news about this man. Okay, it could be to do with a water sign man or a fire sign man. It does say many times over you need support with me, probably giving you bad luck, bad moods, bad everything, but I don't want to hear you're not going to feel it. It does say Aquarius, you keep making someone feel like they should be bad, or making you feel like you should have been bad because you're bad. But it does say if you're bad, you're bad. Why do you keep trying to communicate that you're bad and want to drag someone else into your well of negativity when you know that you're just bad? It does say when you see that she's not going to be your problem, you will deal with that on your own. Just move on. I will deal with my mind and hers, and I will definitely make sure you look at your own mind and fuck yourself. So I'm seeing Aquarius man wanting to punish an Aquarius woman here for hurting someone. It does say he will realize he's doing this when he's not even speaking about this. It says, you know what, it's not even a man, it's a child, but she keeps trying to poke the child to get to the parent. It does say she pokes the child to get to the parent, and when you do this, it says it's not going to be a good thing for you if you keep trying to poke the child to get to the parent. Okay. Anything else? It says work is sex. Work is sent back to your mind about sexual health problems that you have. At times you want to think about that, but work is something that doesn't really exist in your mind right now. You're holding on to your job and doing well at your work. It does say sex is something you think about a lot with your person, and don't really think about what's going on at work. When you know that you want sex, in time it will happen. It says stop holding on to sexual pleasures of someone else's when you want to know that sex is going to happen for you. It does say sex of someone here, maybe even of a child, is also on its way. So someone here could be pregnant as well, trying to find out the sex of the baby. Okay, it does say love life is suffering a lot these days because I never meant to hurt her. I just walked away and never saw her again. So someone here never meant to hurt someone but never saw them again. Okay, it does say you'll bruise your ego too many times when you see that problems are going to be yours and never the person that's dealing with their own stress. It says you can believe that she has her own mind and her own feelings and thoughts about a one day of forces that never came to her. It says you do know I could have come to you and hurt you again. I should have come to you and hurt you again. It says they know they could have hurt this person again because of what game you're playing, Aquarius. It says you do know you're holding on to revenge and want to use these people as a weapon to bruise her. It says probably not going to happen this week, this month, this year if you keep trying to harm yourself, looking for a problem to hurt her. It says you keep trying to hold on to too much karmic resistance as well, is what Aquarius keeps saying. All right, I do see things about finances and stuff, but someone's holding on too much to other work, not like the job, but things in their personal life that they're working on to see pain for a person. It does say bad news for Aquarius though, because Aquarius, if you keep holding on to pain of someone else's, and it does say a lot of you are doing this. It does say legalities, problems with adultery, sexual pleasures, or people getting in the way or in your mind, or maybe even seeing that you have beneficial things to work on, but you want to harm anyone else, it does say stop. Think about it and warn yourself that better news can come. Look into your mind and help solve your problems. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about it. Okay, it does say warning, I want to see more, I want to hear more. Okay, so if you're a female here, or a pregnant woman, or maybe a parent, maybe you want to hear more about a disgusting neighbor as well. It says a neighbor was meant to help you with something, but you see it never came through. It says, mind you, the money that she was going to offer this person, okay, was never going to be her money, it was going to be his. Okay. It does say warning, it doesn't help you believe that you could have sex with someone in your mind to solve the problem. Sex is always going to be something that you use to punish her as well. When are you going to realize that you're punishing this mind game of your own to punish a child? You keep trying to punish a child and she's not even punished because you keep trying to punish her parenting skills, her problems, or even a mind game that you want to keep hold of in your mind. It could be an 18-year-old. Adolescence is something that you thought that you could use as well. It says stop using every tactic in the book to persecute a person when you know your problems are your own. It says stop looking into my own mind. I keep harming myself. Yeah, I notice someone just keeps trying to make a situation all about them. Yeah, them. So anyway, let's see what's going on with business, guys. Business is not really right now. It does say it's good for all of you, but it says one person is mean and struggling to help the rest of you. Aquarius and Aquarius, you realize in your team of many Aquariuses, there is some people that want to tear you down for justice of their own matters in regards to how they feel about you or someone else in your team or around you. It says many of them are not going to see good karma come to them if they don't stop hurting each other. Meanwhile, you'll see blessings on its way, but problems are going to occur time and time again. If you don't see good karma come, it's because you warned yourself. The team member is not helping you follow suit in the things that you wanted, your dreams, your passions. You're beginning to set your mind in motivation to help yourself, but when are you going to realize you've been trying to tear down your team with the members in there as well as harming yourself too? It says, you know what, I had to do something. My mind tells me if I keep harming everyone, why do I keep doing this? Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with love life. Love life is certainly sexual, passionate, and unclarified. No one wants to have sex right now, or do they? Some people do and some people don't. 1 week later you realize that sex is something that you want, but maybe you couldn't have it, or maybe you do have it but you have better news with your person next week, next month, or next year, as they may have too many things on their plate to do right now. It does say justice is served in your mind when you see that good karma comes with your person. It doesn't say it's always going to come, but people will see that you have better news to give yourself good loving if you want to. Okay. It does say love yourself first. Stop loving everyone else. It does say bad news for you and a person that told you. Stop loving yourself in your mental and love yourself in your physical. Maybe I would have loved you if you didn't love me in the way I thought you loved me, which was to hurt me. I never wanted hurt and pain, but you always bruised me, and I can't help you with that. You have to help your mental health with that. Okay. That could be from a water sign man here. Maybe even an earth sign man too, but doesn't really speak much to you directly about it. Just sees where you're going wrong with your love life and doesn't want to hear from you. Just may use you for your words of advice, or maybe even members of your family to hurt, but then realizes they shouldn't even be doing this, and then laughs at you, and then realize that they don't need to harm anyone but themselves because they've always hurt themselves too. Okay. It does say love yourself first, because when you do love yourself first, problems are going to be there in your mind to support your own mind. Never mind why the man told you you need to love yourself first. You need to love yourself always, and stop sparking conversations with your mind telling yourself that you shouldn't love yourself. Leave the members of your family alone. I'm telling you, I'm warning you, leave them alone, because if I keep hurting you, I'm going to hurt you bad. And if I hurt your sister, if I hurt your daughter, if I hurt your friends, If I hurt any one of your family, I'm going to feel the wrath, and my pain is dragging me down to nervousness. If I go down for 4 years of karma, I'm going to hurt myself because I feel like something's happening in the background. I don't know what it is, but I feel it, and I'm heartening my situation more carefully, whether or not I should keep hurting the person you told me to hurt. Okay. Says letters to convince a person that they're going to be reported is something that I want to see. Let them feel they're going to get letters to arrest them. I want to hear that. This is where Aquarius keeps trying to harm someone and doesn't know how to support the mental health in her head. It says it's a female that keeps doing this. The man is telling himself off that he can never do this and hurts over this too much to even say it's him. When will this female stop dragging me into my mental health to help me feel better? So it does say laugh, because when you thought there was problems with people, it says no one knew why she had the problem to hurt you. She was always hurting you, but now you see why it's not going to be good for you to use your karma to hurt someone else. Someone is nurturing a wish to leave the dress up energy out, or even the good karma out. It says you want to hurt her, keep hurting yourself and see what happens. No one knows why you keep hurting yourself. Okay. It says let me see why you're always prejudiced to your own skin. Your own karma is coming. Look at your face. Why do you have black marks on your lips or even in your eyes? Why do you keep doing that to yourself? It does say blessings are on its way. Good karma. Because once upon a time I realized I don't have problems, but I see I have problems. So I don't know if someone has kind of like, there's a group, it's like there's a group of people here that ongoing studying here. All right, someone looking out there but needs to look within, because they try to curse someone in their circle of friends or around them. But many times, Aquarius, these people are poking the bear and looking within at you. It says look at you. When do you realize you're not going to be cute anymore one day, and she's going to be gorgeous, and you didn't realize that because she's absolutely beneficially my girl, not yours but mine. My female lover is your sister or daughter. When are you going to realize that? Okay. And it looks like this water sign man is saying that. It could be an earth sign. It says laugh because no one keeps hearing bad news, and I want to hear it, and I keep trying to hear it and I can't hear it. Yeah, someone's just dragging this way too. I don't even see love here. It's just, okay, some type of lack. Okay, it does say listen carefully though. Your wishes are your commands. It does say you are helping yourself to save, holding on to being brave, breaking up the struggles, looking for work, or maybe even helping to support your finances. Giving yourself better news with your lover is certainly going to be sex. It doesn't say much more than that, but it says good karma is there with your sex life if you want it. See a new mind of your own to support it with your person, or maybe a new karmic partner, or maybe even a partner that loves you this time. It says the person that you fertilized in your mind about love wasn't going to help you to support it always, but they know not to speak to you always either. They just support you with sex if you need it. Okay, let's see what's going on with singles. Singles doesn't have good karma coming to them. Some of them do have beneficial news to arrest their mental health in their mind, because they keep telling themselves off for something that they did years ago or time ago, or a problem is coming to haunt them. Okay, it does say bloody hell. There's a negative stigma here to help negative energy come to harm their own minds. It does say bloody hell. I want to see more of this. It does say there could be a fire sign as well that's looking into the situation here, wanting to know which way something's going, with an earth sign, causing someone to harm themselves, or maybe even see that their bladder is never going to be good to them. It does say they speak a lot about problems in their own mind, though. When are they going to realize that problems are not going to be theirs? It does say you have bad news, though. You want to look at things in their life, but you keep supporting things in your own life to be bad. When are you going to realize that? It does say, never mind what she says. She always looks at me like I've got problems. But I want to see that the problem is not with me. It's with their kid, their daughter, or their struggling love life. When am I going to see that? Oh, so this earth sign is being told off by this fire sign that they've got problems with their negative mental health, but this person's holding on to someone's kid as a weapon to beat them just for a dignified reason. It does say, bloody hell, would you never know what's going on? It says many things could be going on. It does say options of dissolving a situation in court, or maybe even practicing things in your mind. It does say a lot of nervousness is coming up for someone. It does say beneficial things are happening for the forces of evil, for a partner that wants to support you with your mental problems but can't give you that. Poor you, it says, I wanted to help you with this, but I realize I'm hurting myself too much. Sleepless nights, the poor mental health. I have struggled so much. I'm even sleeping around with many females, and the decision for me to sleep in my mind about you and your family, like constantly working on playing with myself over and over to see what happens. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. Someone's even playing with their genitals just to work some type of witchcraft or black magic on. It's disgusting. Bloody hell. Yeah, it does say when this man and woman want to really get revenge, this air sign woman working with this earth sign man, it does say, warning, the sexual health problem dissolved in the mind games of theirs and their roots. Many times over, the man is not going to speak about it, but he sleeps with your sister, your mother, your daughter, yourself. It does say many people in the chain of his mind, just to say he is committing to this sex in his mental health to help you feel like the sex you couldn't have is going to be given to you through the state of his mental health when he's playing with his mind and his genitals behind the scenes. He says, I will talk about you and put you in struggles in your mind and play with your family and fuck myself so that I can have peace of mind because of the stress you're giving me. You fuck yourself, you stupid woman. When will I see that I'm going to get my passport? Oh my gosh, for some of you guys it could be over a passport. Okay, it does say bad news because this man is never gonna see that he gets his mind right. It does say some of you guys may want to travel. It says some of you guys may want to see the world. It does say one of your partners wants to travel and wants to see the world and may even manipulate or have many suitors in his mind. It does say some of them want to be predators, but some of them want to have sex with family. It does say some of them want to have sex with females all over the world. It does say when you get your address, it does say you'll see that beneficial things are going to happen. It says you're going to get an address that I said you're going to have, and I'm going to make sure you get it. All right, so someone trying to make sure someone gets some type of address. It says many times over, I would let this person have it. I would give them your address, but I can't. I see someone here wants to play with someone's address as well. You know, they could give it out, like taking someone's details and giving it to someone else privately just to cause harm in their mental health, just to say that they're doing something to hurt the person, even when the information may not be legalized in an official way. It could be a fraud document. It does say punishments for whoever is going to try and harm the person. Proceed with caution. It does say personal hygiene issues is something that you never never thought you could have, the perspiration that keeps sweating down your forehead, or maybe even punishing a person too much because you keep coming up with things to do. It says when you keep sweating the way you've been sweating, okay, just to help negative karma come to a person, it says bad mood swings will occur with you ongoing. Stop trying to bruise a person continuously, and perspiration is drawing near in Aquarius for whatever reason. It says the sweat is pouring down. It says menopause may never be the problem, but sweat from the personal hygiene issue they have because of poor mentality and bruising and mental health streams karma coming into their mind. This is terrible. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Those are in relationships. It does say poor you though. You keep speaking about bad things, and time again it does not end. It says bad news, because when the wind blows, it really blows. It says bad news though, Aquarius. You keep trying to blow the wind. When are you going to stop blowing the wind? You're not going to be making sure that someone lives off of your wind, are you? It does say you need to speak about why you've got bad wind, or even the bad wind that you speak of is inside your smart mind, is it? It does say, I leave my mind to rest. The guilt, shame, and hurt that I have to give someone is only going to be the raft of my mind. It says, I know this because this it's like words of names are trying to come out, but you know, it says bad news because it's never going to be spoken, but when you see who's behind all of this, you will laugh. It says obviously this man is going to karmically kill you one day because of what you're doing to harm him. He never had sleep or rest, and he will never get rest or sleep until he sees you are down under. You do know that you could come down to hell one day. It does say he wants to hear that you're coming to hell with him this week, this month, or this year. Did you know that? Oh my goodness. It does say bad news because he's always trying to look for where he could have harmed his mind and his family, and he realized that he never helped his family enough. Say it. It says good karma is coming, but bad news is always going to be the answer. It says when I realized bad news was coming, I could hurt whoever I wanted to. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Love life. Those in a relationship. It says you could be loyal to taking the opportunity, and it does say you want to have good news. It does say the feelings are held back with some options. It does say a man with sperm bank issues is going to come in and claim his mind over and over again. It says you could have put spells on the wrong one. It does say bloody hell, would I have not noticed? It says what if I did put spells on the wrong one, because he could cause hellfire on anyone to help him behave or be there in his mind. It says no one knows why spells was used in the mind game of yours though. It does say I would never use spells to harm anyone other than to protect myself. If there's a problem with a parent, how am I to know which way it's going? It does say I realize this now because I notice whoever's hurting him is hurting me, or is hurting them even more. Which way is it going? It says it's going to be you, but he also knows he put spells down to protect his mind, to harm himself or harm you. He would never harm you, but he realized he had to harm his head one day to say, what if I get hurt? And I realized I'm going to hurt myself more and more. But he also realized the problem is not him, but the speller. It does say working with him is an earth sign that keeps using him as a way to punish the Aquarius. It says the Aquarius is being punished more than anyone by the wrath of the man that gave him some children. It does say this man is placing spells down to harm this woman ongoing. Yeah, there's too much spells. It does say bad though, because he just keeps doing it constantly, working on it all the time. And it says when he does realize that karma's coming, he will not laugh anymore. It says bad news is coming for him, whether he likes it or not, and he does realize that punishment is on its way, and that's why he feels that sweat and perspiration and issues are coming. It says when he gets this problem, he'll realize that bad news is coming, and he'll stop being a negative mind game of his own. He's got to leave himself to mental health and distress. Does say many times over he'll see this when he enters. Oh dear. Do you know what? Anyway, because this reading sounds very specific, and it does get very specific as someone just wants to keep looking and looking and looking and looking. It does say bad news for the person that just keeps haunting the person to speak of it. It does say it's not going to always be you, though. Look into your own mind and you'll see everything there. All right, so let's see what else is going on with Aquarius. It says Aquarius is going to be happily married one day, and sex is something that they will want, or they could be married 2 weeks from now. Some of you guys are getting married. Some of you guys are celebrating a marriage in your family. Some of you guys are seeing that blessings are there with a person that you're speaking to. Some of you guys are really looking into beneficial things happening and worried not anymore. It says you have great news on its way to you. Your love life is a journey of struggles, not anymore. It says you will see beneficial things happen in 2 weeks. It says sometimes you have to blame yourself, though, because sometimes you had good karma and sometimes you didn't, but you have to warn yourself that everything is going to be normalized soon with your person. It does say some of you guys really are convinced that your person is the one and you really love them very much. It does say you're walking away from something that's stressful and having some good ass karma in your mind. It does say love life is certainly something that you will see, and blessings are on its way to you, given that you are going to be given a guilty pleasure. Maybe even punish a child is not going to be the answer, but maybe some of you guys are having more babies. Some of you guys are giving yourself more babies, more blessings around the children. Maybe even a struggling father figure that wasn't around is going to be probably not even convinced that you have good karma. It says you have blessings on its way to you at times and you don't realize it. Some of you guys see and will divulge the information that's coming in. It says beneficial things are going to help you in the near future to see good karma. Okay, marriage couples. It says marriage couples are always going to be good to each other as long as they struggle less about the information that they regret. It says some of you guys do look into information that you regret and trouble your mind sometimes way too much. It says you obviously had beneficial news to support your ideas, but people will want to take from you, steal from you, or work away from you. It does say you have blessings on its way, so good karma is going to come to you and your family. It does say walk away from a friend or a negative person if you don't want to hear things that are not going to happen for you. It does say warning, spirit is not going to allow everything to come out and work in your favor, but if you see that beneficial things are going to work for you, love yourself and work on it. It says the struggles are near. You may not ever hear bad news for the person, but you'll hear problems in your own life. Would you like to see these things so that we don't have to bruise your ego anymore? It does say spirit has been cursing you and wondering if you're going to blame yourself anytime soon, because punishment is on its way for some of you guys, not all, that are speaking too heavily or too hard about a person that you want to harm. Okay. It does say your wedding is on its way and you have very good love life as well. It does say you will see that your lover is going to be there. It also says those of you that are married also have great news right now. It says you have ideas to support your spouse. It says your poor judgment hasn't helped all the time, but it says great news is on its way to you. 1 week at a time, we will support the ideas and put our feelings first. Pour out anything that is not going to be welcomed and look into good ideas. Your mindset is going to be blessed more than anyone's if you are on the right path. It says many times over you want to see great things. It doesn't say everyone is on the same page, but it says I know I can sponsor the idea if I see you again. I want to be yours, and I don't know if I can support you with this because I have poor judgment in my mind and I helped you too many times to say I'm staying away, but I do want to know, can you work with me so I can see you again? I want to know that you're going to love me and maybe even work on being my wife. I want to know she's my wife because I know this woman wants to be my wife, and what if she doesn't want to be my wife because I've hurt her? I realize I can't cope like this, and I realize I have to support my mind being back in the same place. If I can't cope, I can't cope, and I realize that no mind game is going to play this woman. She loves herself too much to see that blessings are the answer and not fertilized curses. Ugh. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Okay, because it does look like someone around you could be getting married soon. If it's not you, some of you guys are going to have great love lives in the near future, but those that are punishing, people too much, maybe not see, very good love lives in some way, or maybe see good things, so you're kind of warning. It's like some of you guys are going to get good news and some of you guys are not going to get very good news. So it's just, seeing which way things are going. Okay, So let's see what's going on with Aries and Aquarius. Aries is loving you, not really, but loving you right now, because they don't want to hear from you, but they realize they're not going to struggle to harm you either. They're going to harm you so much better than the way they thought they could. They said they will realize this while what they're doing to teach you a lesson through the person that you wanted to be harmed with them. They said they know now not to speak to you, but they know what they're doing to place this person on a pedestal and give them so much sexual pleasure in their mental health, never to speak about it, but never wanting to know that it's going to happen. It says, do you know I could come in and cuddle you and make you feel like you're going to be my person? It says, I could have, but I know now I'm not going to ever do this anymore. I sponsor you to be my wife, but I really wondered how I could do this. It says, I never wanted to see you harm in your mind, but really and truly, I've got to see if you're going to be my girlfriend. It does say you really want to know that you are speaking about this with someone one day, but it says this person may not be the person that you want, Aquarius. It does say the female Aquarius is not going to want to know that bad news is coming, but it says male Aquariuses, you've got a female that's on its way that's on her way to you and doesn't want to know that you're going to struggle to marry her. It says your love life is changing, whether you like it or not, but it says you love your mind too much, and even your parents, and maybe even people that don't like your parents may fuck off. It says, you know why? Because she's always going to be my mother and the one that's always going to tell me off or make me feel like I have to have better news. Whether you like me or not, you're going to decide who you are and never support the mind of hers. But I'll pee you off if you want to try and hurt my mum. I'll fuck all of you lot up. It says no one knows why this person always wants to potentially make their mind up in a bad mood. But it says they realize what kind of parenting skills their parent has to help them in their mind at times to calm the situation down. It says probably you would never understand what kind of parent I have, but this parent is all mine. So sod you lot, you're never going to hurt me and my parent. Never. But I see that now. It's always going to be me and my mum, me and my person, me and my parent, me and them. So any one of you want to deal with me, you've got to call them and ask them, is it okay to be with me? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. Let's see what's going on with Taurus and Aquarius. Taurus doesn't really care about the third party. It says Taurus doesn't care about them if I say so. Aquarius, you may feel like Taurus doesn't care about them, but they do. And it says you need to be mindful about who you're slewing. It says many times over you may try to harm someone and you don't even know it. It says I know this because I probably put too much negative energy in you to address the situation personally. I wanted to see them hurt too. So I know that you may hurt them as well if you don't carefully, rip your mind in the right direction. It says someone here saw that they could harm a person through their mental health when they were married or maybe in an engagement with this person. It says Taurus knows that they could never want to harm your person mentally or stress them out as long as you've got their back. It says if you've got their back, then they're going to have the back of yours. So probably leave Aquarius then. Leave them. It says Taurus wants you to leave Aquarius to deal with their mother, and then it says Aquarius wants you to live with your mind in the way that you see fit. It says Aquarius knows that they don't want to deal with you in the way that you see fit in regards to the Taurus, but Taurus does not want to hear bad news comes to them, so they probably want to back out or look for another direction to harm their mind. It says, Taurus, you do know you have mental health when you deal with certain Aquariuses. Not all Aquariuses are going to punish you, but sometimes they will harm your ego, your pride, or maybe even join you in ripping down a person. Which way is it going to go? It says, I know I don't want to hurt them, but what if I wanted to? And I realized this now when I left you all behind. I said, I see where I could harm my person just to get good karma with you and then harm you to get good karma with them. Then I realized I'm not going to harm you or my person. I'm going to harm myself a little bit more to see if I like being harmed by you or them. Who am I going to choose, you or my person? Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini Gemini doesn't even want to hear from you. It says bad news for all of you. Bad news. It says Aquarius, bad news. Where was I going listening to Aquarius? Bad news. It says I never needed to judge myself. Bad news. I'm not going to listen to Aquarius in their mind if they're going to tell me off or harm me. Bad news. It says Aquarius keeps coming up in my mind too often, and I hear this and I feel like bad news is there with an Aquarius. It says bad news. I'm not dealing with them. Bad news. Okay. Says I will hold on to my pride and my dignity because people are telling me off. What if Aquarius is trying to harm me? And I realized this when I saw a friend do this to me, and I see their Aquarius. I'm not even judging this, but I see bad news and I don't even want to hear no more because I see where the problem is with this person, and not even with me, but Aquarius, you have problems with me. I'm so concerned. It says Aquarius will join in on things in their mind to deal with someone, but they won't see bad news all the time with you if you judge a situation carefully, or see which Aquarius you're dealing with, or see which way the situation is unfolding. It says some of you have bad members of your family trying to play mind games. It says some of you are dealing with me with negative wrath. Sentimental things have come out. People that want to play with my family. It says I will never get involved with no Aquarius if that's how it's going to be. It says sod you all is what Gemini wants to say, but it does say Gemini will see better news come when they deal with their mind and deal with which Aquarius is who. It says all of you are going to certainly sort through your minds one day and see which way it's going. Okay, what's going on with Cancerian? So Cancer hates the hell out of Aquarius, but Aquarius is going to hate them too. It says Aquarius does not know which way to go to solve their problems, but they will see better news coming in their future. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Leo and Aquarius. Leo hates the hell out of you, doesn't want to date you, doesn't want to see you, doesn't want to pretend, doesn't want to hear you're always going to give them negative vibes with your black evil mind games. It says you keep playing with people with black evil mind games. When I hurt my head too much to say you keep doing stuff to harm me and my parent, or even my family, my frigging girlfriend, my wife. Who are you? It says you're always going to get the upper hand in your mental problems, never in my life. You deal with your mental problems and leave me alone. Okay, let's see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo. Virgo doesn't like anyone right now, but doesn't even look for you, Aquarius. They don't, and they don't want to see you right now. 2 years or 2 weeks or never again. They said they've seen enough from you, and it does say liar, liar, pants on fire if you want to come and tell them anything about someone that's going to get hurt by the wrath of your tongue, or by your war, or by your overly obsessive, controlling, negative mind games. You leave us alone. Ugh, okay. Let's see. It says, I'm warning you. If you come back and tell me something's wrong with this person, I'm going to bruise you too. Leave me to it, because I see where this person may told me something once upon a time, that there's mental health struggles, and I see that there's only one way to deal with it. You warn yourself that it's going to be bad for them. I'll warn yourself it will be bad for you too. Wow. It says bad news for whoever thought they could play with a person's mental health or even their family. It says their family is something very special or very important to them. Who told you to try and harm them constantly because you're going to harm them? It does say when we see this, we have to deal with who is behind the problem and how they want to rip a person down just to justify that they've got good karma coming. It says bad news for you if you're going to play with the law. You want to play with the law, then you're going to receive a punishment. It says good karma is coming to you if you keep your mind still and punish yourself until you deal with personal problems of your own. But if you want to play with a child around you, or maybe even an adolescent, or even a guilty conscience comes over you to hurt a family, you're going to get the penalty. It does say we can punish people that try too hard to punish family. It does say people like you will punish family. And it does say, honestly, I don't want to hear that she's going to be dealt with in a negative way if it's not going to be true what is being said or done. It does say if you keep trying to harm a person because you have personal problems, you're going to face a penalty. You'll get put in prison or you'll get mental health. Which way would you like it to go? does say warning though, if the sun justifies everything, then I'm going to put myself back in ease. It says he may never speak about bad news if he's always going to look for you in his mind. It says he will look for good karma in his mind one day when I say he has to move on. It does say you know that he has to move on because you've seen him move around. He doesn't struggle very well, but he has to sleep around in your mind and eat your food, and maybe even eat you in your mind to say he's not even liking you. Maybe you've never realized that he doesn't like you but plays mind games. It does say warning, this person may work on both sides of the fence. When are you going to realize that? You don't ever hear that he's going to stubbornly starve or even hurt himself because you want to play mind games with him, but he works on the fence. Who are you to help feed him one day, clothe him, or give him what he wants, and then turn around and say he's not getting good karma from the other side of the fence? When will you learn? Okay. So let's see what else is going on. Libra. Okay. It says Libra does not want to hear that problems are there with this person that you call a frenemy. It says you know that you're a liar at times, Miss... It does say the other person because it says when this person wants to use you to attack the other person, they will use you to attack the other person. It says many times over, liberty takers will be there, but I will use one person to attack another person. Maybe I learned this skill from you. It does say you will know this though, Aquarius, that I've used these skills to protect myself, to protect you, but protect me. Not me but protect you, but then I don't protect you enough. It says I will protect you this time if you feel like bad news is coming. It does say bad news is coming though, and it does say good fortune is also there too. It says laugh because you could never use this person to harm you or even take from you, but it does say bad news is coming to whoever feels like they can be controlled. It says punishments are coming out for a sexual offender. It does say bad news for someone that's in love with sexual offense or someone that's dealing with some type of sexual offense. Oh dear. It says when you realize that problems are shocking. It does say no one knows why. It does say whoever is going to speak about me, I'm going to see that bad news is coming. It says when I realize that it's always going to be about something about you that will never speak but always say certain things that make me think, well, is it me? Yeah, this earth sign wants to get involved, I feel like, with Aquarius and maybe Libra, because I don't even hear Libra in this reading. It does say Libra is trying to ignore them and slip away from this because karma is coming to their mind about who this letter is going to. Something to do with yeah, some type of letter. It says bad news though, because someone also wants to push out energies to complete their mind and say this is what it is. It says many times over you'll hear things going on all over the world. It does say bad news for you though, when you don't realize what happens all over the world. And it does say that you will see that bad news is in your mind. It says you will realize bad things happen all over the world. But then think about it. Is it the time of year or is it your personal problem? It says you will cope however you cope. Just leave your mind to deal with it. You'll deal with it in your own way. Sleep on it. Think about it and deal with your mind. Okay. Because I see Libra's checked out of this. Like, it does say Libra looks at her mind, and Libra also leaves the mental stage out of things. It says a lot of you are dealing with crisis right now, and karma is coming to bless you with good karma. It says not only that, bad news is also there, and it does say people are dealing with you in so many ways to target you and pull you one way or the other. When are you going to realize? Right now, we're living in a time where there's a two-dimensional shift. It does say bloody hell, if you don't know astrology, you're never going to know the answer to anything. Leave it to me. I will set you free from your mind to study what is going on in the universe. Make sure you understand who you are. Okay. So let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. It says Scorpio loves themselves and really does help everyone. It does say people love Scorpio and help everyone. It says, what if I need to speak to my Scorpio and I can't get through to them? It does say, Scorpio, you do see someone loves you so much to the point where they're scared to even return. It says sometimes you'll realize that there's another Scorpio that loves you too much and wants to know that they're there but can't be there, but they will punish their minds over and over again to pretend that they're not going to be there. It says you do love yourself so many times, but with Aquarius, it doesn't say bad news. It says Aquariuses don't need to see everything that's going on. It says love life is certainly obviously a problem. It does say I warn myself I do not want to speak, but I see beneficial things happening for her. It does say I really love this person so much. It does say Aquarius men do really love this female more than the female, or maybe even some of the females, but not all of them. It does say bad news for some of the Aquariuses that have problems with the Scorpio, but the Scorpio doesn't even want to hear from them. So what's going on with Sag, Sagittarius and Aquarius? Aquarius doesn't want to hear anything about Sag. It does say Sag is not going to be something that they listen to. It does say warning, you'll never understand nothing. It does say leave it out and make sure you move on, because I don't want to hear you too, says Sag. All right, what's going on with Capricorn and Aquarius? Capricorn does not want to hear that they're in problems with Aquarius. Aquarius doesn't even know what's happening with them or even really understand what's going on with them. It does say bad mood swings is all over them and really bad health or mental problems. It does say sometimes they deal with things in good ways or bad ways, depending on which way the wind blows or whichever way Aquarius is trying to help them. It does say, you know, you can support me and I will support you if I feel like it, says Aquarius. And then it does say Aquarius knows that they do deal with the Capricorn in those same ways that they get fed or dealt with. It does say blending in the dark is something that they want to do. It says they don't want to be seen or heard by Aquarius. Right now they want to see if they can move slowly or silently and participate with caution. Aquarius and Aquarius. It says Aquarius never wants to hear about themselves, but always want to see if a bad rep is going to come to someone else. It says Aquarius doesn't want to see themselves, but really regrets it. It says Aquarius doesn't want to hear bad news, but will always judge it. It says something is going to warn you that something is going to not speak about you anymore. It will leave you to wonder what happened. It says you will deal with everything that's going to work in your favor, but you'll see beneficial things work out just fine when you are ready. It says no one's saying any more time spent alone with you is going to be a problem. It says you may not want to pick on her, but I will pick on you. Leave my person alone. I dealt with her in a way that I have blessed her with so much money and riches. You will never imagine that. I'm going to make my person a very, very, very mindful person about how they deal with me. Very beneficially rich. Riches is something that I need her to have to keep her mind steady and love herself. Okay, so let's see what's going on with yeah, let's see what else is going on. Aquarius and Pisces. Pisces hates you. Says they don't want to hear from you anymore, Aquarius. Don't want to deal with you anymore. You touch yourself in your mind about what you want to deal with. Don't want to hear from you. You deal with your own wrath, your own mind games. Play yourself. Pee me off, gone, and I certainly wouldn't want to play with you. It says you may want to play with me and I don't want to play with you. What if I want to touch my mind about everything that I've got going on? It says you have not peed me off enough. I feel like I could still stay in a mind game of yours, play you, and you'd think that we're in love. You may never believe we're in love, but we're in love, and I'll make you feel like we're in love when you feel like you want to be in love, and you'll feel like we're going to be in love, and we'll never ever be in the mind game of yours, playing yourself, because this is not love. It's going to be you that thinks you're in love. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what's going on with your romance angels. Okay, it says give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Okay, some of you guys are doing that. I do see that. That's nice. That's good. Some of you guys may be getting married in the near future. Some of you guys may be seeing someone else getting married or hearing about it. So, all right, it says what do you desire? Okay, so some of you guys may desire things right now, whether you're getting it or you're not getting it, or you're just in this dreamy kind of desire things. Okay, it says You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and now that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. It says indigo and crystal children. Indigo and crystal children. Okay. It says Archangel Metatron. You have a bond with children. In particularly, you can help children who are sensitive. Okay. All right. Let's see what else is going on. This came out reverse. Let's see why. It says, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Okay, so someone may not be doing that right now because this is why it came out in reverse. Okay, let's see what your angel numbers are. Okay, number 57, number 39, number 4, number 6, number 50, number 3, and number 17. Okay. Now, that was your reading, Aquarius. Like, I know there's a lot of detailed information for people that are dragging certain positive Aquarius energies onto a negative side of life, but there is a lot of positivity as well for some Aquariuses that are really in a positive zone. Okay, so just carry on what you're doing, Aquariuses. Hopefully those energies will be spoken about one day, when things are more clear or balanced. But I do see some positivity in there a little bit for those that are really having better situations than some. It's just that there is a lot of negative energy there with certain Aquarius energies that are not paying attention to God, basically, maybe godly energy in some way. But yeah, and it could be just the times that we are in. So anyway, I will speak to you guys in your next reading. Ciao for now. Bye.